One of the worst feelings when you run an online coaching business is you get all excited for a call that you booked and you think you're going to close him and the prospect never shows up and you just sit there like a dumbass with 45 minutes blocked out, not knowing what to do and just kicking yourself in the foot because you know you could have closed him if he hopped on this call. Now in this video, I'm going to be going over the 5-step process that I use with every single lead that books in the call with my team, just to make sure that 90% of these guys show up and that they're not wasting any of my time or my team's time. This is how we get piping hot leads on the call, and it's allowed me to get payments like these ones, and I know it's because of the post-booking process, because whenever I ask them, what made you join and everything, they say that what you did in that post-booking process made me realize that you really understood how to do it, okay? And it's not just me, right? I've done this for dozens of other people. You can check out Josh. In the first 3 days into June, he collected 4.2K cash, and he was previously doing 3K a month, right? Victor as well, 3K deal. Sky with nice payments over here, as you can see. I think around like 9K, 10K, just like that. Clients all inside Consulting Mastery are killing it. And so I've scaled over 80 coaches up to this point, and they've all gotten huge payments like this. And these are just a few. Victor with a nice £6,000 paycheck. Sky with almost $14,000 in a span of just 5-6 days. Yusuf with 3K cash, Fahad with a nice 3K paycheck. So we're going to be going over what is a post-booking process, why do you actually need one, the exact 5-step process that I want you to follow. And so continuing the conversation, dropping in the VSL, actually calling the client exactly 24 hours before the call, how to do that, all that stuff, how to set everything up, how to send a voice note the night before, and what to actually say in it, and also doing research. Okay, these are the 5 aspects, and if you stick to that, and I promise you, your show up rate is probably going to double if it's at 30-40%, which is probably why you clicked on this video. So make sure to watch to the end. So the first thing we're going to cover is what is a post-booking process. A post-booking process is essentially what you do after you book a prospect in for a call. And for most of you, it's non-existent. You say it's Calendly reminders, but in reality, nobody even checks their text from Calendly. Nobody even checks their emails from Calendly, which is why your show-up rate is so low and so many people just ghost your calls, okay? So why do you actually need a post-booking process? You're probably still selling on calls and having to convince prospects to work with you on a sub 40% show up rate. If this is you, you need to watch this because I'm going to save your business completely, all right? And what a post-booking process does is obviously it gets them to show up, but it allows you to get payments like what I just showed you here. 6K PIF, 1 call close. We're not doing 2 call closes, we're doing 1 call close. How is this possible? 4.5K, all that stuff. 2.4K for a fitness offer for Rahul. How are we doing this? It's because we understand how to nurture the prospect from the time that they book in a call to the time they actually take the call. Because what you do during that specific time period, when they're waiting to take that call, is what will actually determine the sale. So you not having a post-booking process is just killing your business and not allowing you to reap the rewards that you've worked so hard for, okay? So let's go ahead and go through the exact 5-step process. The first part is actually continuing the conversation. Now, what I mean by this is, let's say you go through the whole conversation and everything, and you book in a call, whatever, he books in time and everything's set, right? 99% of you would just say, awesome, see you on the call, and then never talk to him until he hops on the call. What I want you to do instead is ask him this specific question: how's life like in country? The reason why we ask this question is we need the prospect to like 2 things: the value you provide and you as a person. Okay, the entire premise of asking this question is to take the conversation away from just business and make them realize that we actually care for them and we want to get to know them personally. And that's how we get someone to actually like us. And just for some context, you don't actually need to ask this question, but you need to ask a question that's related to his personal life. And I'm going to show you an example of one of my guys that are inside the program. Already asked his permission, no worries. So this guy booked in what a call, and then we just asked him, what inspired you to join the military? Blah, blah, blah. I feel that, brother. That's one of the reasons I wanted to move to London. Feels like it builds a lot of maturity as well. And we're just connecting, right? We're just chopping it up back and forth. The more you connect with the client after you book in a call, the more he realizes that, hey, I really want to work with this guy because this guy's chill. This guy's someone that I actually vibe with. People want to buy from people that they genuinely will enjoy working with. So if you're just a bot and you're just being serious all the time, it's all business, yeah, you might close him, but getting that personal aspect is so much better. And so you can hear him. We just talk about his personal goals and everything, blah, blah, blah. And so boom, check out this video if you haven't already, which leads to the second part, which is dropping the VSL. Oh, by the way, did you manage to watch the VSL? Now, obviously you don't say VSL, you say like post-booking video, right? If yes, awesome, man, then go ahead and watch this vid as well to get a better understanding of what I do. So if he's already watched the VSL, then you want to send him another long form asset that's maybe a client interview, or maybe it's a roadmap or whatever it is, to nurture him even more. Okay? Because there's no harm in giving him more content to watch to be more nurtured when he's on that call with you. Something like this, right? You can check out this video to get an idea of what to expect on the call, right? Now, if he didn't watch the VSL, send this. I'll make sure you watch it before the call. Will save us a lot of time, right? And then we send him the link. It's as easy as that, okay? Now, as you can see here, before we actually went into it, I already sent him my VSL. So he already watched the VSL and I knew it, which is why I didn't ask it. And I just sent, check out this video if you haven't already. And then he watched it, and like, he's already bought in. You can tell by the way he's talking to me. I knew he was going to be a sale, right? And the reason why is because this is what it takes to nurture a prospect, and this is what leads to a sale. The sale is not done on the call. The sale is done before the call. The prospect's already made up their mind before the call, right? And the goal here is to make sure that he watches at least minimum 2 long-form assets, a VSL and a client interview. I promise you, if a prospect watches these 2 long-form sales assets, this is what does the entire selling for us, and this is what gives you sales calls where you don't even sell. These are onboarding calls, I like to call them, right? So make sure that the prospects that you hop on calls with have watched minimum 2 long-form sales assets. A VSL is the best one, and then the second best one is a client interview. If you haven't filmed one already and you have client interviews, you need to film one, okay? These 2 things are gonna really, really help you guys out, okay? Now, the third thing you guys wanna do is getting your setter to call the client exactly 24 hours before the call. If you don't have a setter, you have a problem, reach out to me. I'll try to get you connected with any setters that I know. But yeah, you got a huge problem if you're doing the setting yourself and you're trying to scale up your coaching business, because you can't wear all the hats at the end of the day, okay? Now, I'm not talking like the setter actually sending a message. I'm talking the setter using his actual phone and calling the prospect 24 hours before the call. And what this is gonna do is, if they receive a call and they're like, who's this? Yeah, I booked the call, okay. And whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then essentially that saves you from a potential no-show, because let's say he was busy at this time tomorrow, he can just reschedule, okay? So he will reschedule if it won't be available for this time. And another benefit is that it makes them think that, wow, this is really, really professional. Their system is really dialed in. Okay, especially with B2C prospects, these guys actually don't jot down stuff on their calendar. They don't even have a calendar. They just go about their day-to-day like a bunch of NPCs, right? They don't know when they scheduled a call 2 days ago, and it's your job to remind them. You're basically acting as their calendar. And even for B2B, if a B2B guy has a calendar and he's still all set, this will still impress him. And I've had guys that hop on a call like, bro, your process is dialed in. Your setter called me up 24 hours ago and it was like, hey, are you good for the call tomorrow? And it's like, I've never seen that. And it just wows them. It automatically, even if they like already know about the call, it automatically elevates my status because they've never seen it before. Implement this. There's no like downside to it, I promise. Okay, so once your setter calls, what you're gonna do, or your closer, is you send a voice note the night before saying this. Hey James, hope you're well. Really, really excited for our call tomorrow. Did a bit of research on your account and actually came up with 3 things that we can implement. I'm excited to speak tomorrow. I'll talk to you soon. All right? Why do you want to do this? When you send a personalized voice note, he's going to hear your voice. He's going to be like kind of excited for it. And he's going to be like, I can't miss this call. Okay? And so a personalized voice note goes a long way because it shows that you actually care for them. And you're not just treating them like a money bag, like it's just cash, you know? You're actually caring for them. And so realize how I said, did a bit of research on your account. This basically puts a responsibility on them because they booked in a call. They kind of committed to this whole process. You did research on them. They don't want to disappoint you by not showing up to the call. So guess what? They will show up to that call. So not only are they extremely warm because you dropped in the VSL, not only do they like you as a person because you continue the conversation, not only, have they watched too long from sales assets and the setter called them and you're talking about a voice note and just saying that you did research on them, why would they not show up? There's no reason why they wouldn't show up, okay? So you send a voice note the night before, whether it's you, whether it's your closer, whatever it is, you just want to do this, okay? And then the 5th part is actually doing research. Now, in this voice message, we said, did a bit of research on your account. We actually want to do a bit of research, okay? I don't like lying just to get our way. We actually have to do a bit of research. And so what I like to do is 15 minutes before each call, I spend time going over the conversation because obviously I don't set my own appointments. It's 2024. If you're still setting your own appointments, you are behind, okay? And so I actually go over the conversation, understand where he's from, what he's doing, like how he kind of opened up, what are his problems, what's his obstacle, everything, right? And then I actually look at his account. So I analyze his account, I know where he's from, I know what he's struggling with, I know what he's currently posting content to get clients. I know his strategies. I know what he's doing. And so I bring it up all at the start of the call. And it's the easiest way to build a rapport, okay? Because it shows that you came in prepared. They will think, this guy came prepared, and this will subconsciously make them think that this is someone I want to work with. Because guess what? People want to work with people that care for them. And if you show that you care for them in the sales call and that you did your research, even though they know that you have a bunch of sales calls, they will respect you that much more. And so don't overlook any of these steps, especially this last one. This one goes a long way, trust me. I'm actually doing research, understanding their situation, their obstacles, so that you don't just sound completely clueless. Because at the end of the day, they thought they were talking to you on that DM. So you have to make sure that you understand what your setter did in order to lead this prospect to be this warm, okay? Because they're gonna open up fast, and that's exactly what we want. The sales call is gonna be much easier than your regular sales calls, and you have to be ready for it, and you have to understand their situation beforehand. So actually do the research, go through the conversation, look at his account, and see what he's doing. Now, that is 50% of the sale there, because now they know you, they like you, and they trust you. Right? They know you because guess what? You talked about your personal life. You asked them about a personal question. They like you because you actually, care about them, and you're talking about their personal situation. They watch long form sales assets. They understand your personality, and they trust you because you actually prepare for the call and everything, and you're kind of selling them with your mechanism on the long form sales assets. So that is the entire process. Okay, very, very simple. It's a very short video today, and hopefully you guys got value. And this is the 5-step post-booking process that I use with every single one of my leads. And it's a hack. I didn't know if I should share it in this video, but what I want you guys to do is actually implement this exact strategy into your system, into your sales team, and just go print. Because I know that if you make money with this post-booking process, you're going to come back and you're just going to be like, I need to work with this guy because he knows more than just post-booking process. All right. So hopefully you guys found value in this one. If you did, go ahead and check out this video right here. I'm going to put it up. This is going to go over exactly how I scaled up one of my clients, Chris, from $3K to over $50,000 rev in just 30 days of working together with the power of setters, closers, and running paid ads in the past. All right, check it out, and I'll see you guys there. Peace.